I'm Derek Foott. I'm a PhD student here in UCC. I'm in my final year, and I've spent the past year, past 3 years really, writing different programs and trying to build different interfaces that will help guide me towards completing a piece of music. So I tend to build these interfaces so that I can improvise with them and build up a kind of audio database, so that when I go to actually score it or arrange it, I'll have a vague idea of the reactions and consequences of these different areas. The purpose of today was to try and hear and see how individuals would use and react to using the patch, how they would interface with it themselves, to see if the patch is open to various possibilities, but obviously it contains the core elements that I wanted to have in place. So the point of this exercise was to use it as a kind of an ensemble piece, to see an ensemble improvised piece, to see if the result was similar to how I had imagined the outcome to be. I have one set of volumes going. The volume is going into reverb in one, but then the volume is also going to the master as well. Okay.
Yeah, I certainly found myself needing more control over the reverb, because if you wanted a particular sound to be loud, you wouldn't necessarily also want it to be very reverbed.
Yeah.
So like even a dry wet mix thing would be very helpful.
Basically, I built a standalone program through Max MSP, and here you can load in a sample of your choice, and it will give you the waveform of your particular sample, as well as a timeline on the top. And then you can choose the start time of each sample. So here what I'm doing is I'm multiplying a sample 15 times. This is a condensed version of the patch, so that you can essentially have 15 versions of different elements of the same sample. So you can choose sample time, which correlates to the timeline of the buffer. So I'm just moving around the different 15 start times, and then you can choose sample length between 0 and 10 seconds for each particular sample. Draw a number down the side here as well, so you have a reference point. And then I have set up so that you have an auto pan that sets different presets, or you can turn it off and you can pan them all individually, stereo. And then you have you have your volume levels for each individual sample, and you can apply reverb to each individual sample as well as choosing between 16 different speeds. And then you have the entire patch, the 15 channels all go through this 20-band parametric EQ before it goes out to your sample. So the idea with this particular patch was to simplify it as much as possible. So I've actually broken this down from an existing patch I have down to 15 channels, just so to make it easily portable. It works on multiple different computers depending on processing speed, etc. And yeah, that's in a nutshell. Learned that there's a few elements that I need to tweak and change, and that each improviser has a completely different and fresh outlook on how to approach it. And although some of the elements I had envisaged, I hadn't thought of all of them, and that's what's quite exciting about it, is that it still has the possibility to be utilised in completely different ways.